everyone! Welcome to my General Chemistry to Food vlog. Today, we're not just cooking, we're exploring the science behind our food. Cooking is actually full of chemistry, and every ingredient and technique creates real chemical reactions. For this vlog, I'll be making pork sinigang, a classic Filipino dish. Here are the ingredients that we will use for our pork sinigang. 1 kilo pork, 1 large onion, 2 medium tomatoes, 1 medium radish, 2 medium eggplants, 8 pieces string beans, 6 pieces okra, 1 bunch kangkong, 2 pieces long green chili, 1 pack of sinigang mix, 6 to 7 cups water, fish sauce, and salt. First, we wash all the vegetables and the pork. Washing removes dirt, bacteria, and chemicals on the surface, an important part of food safety. Chemically, washing helps physically lessen contaminants by breaking their adhesion to the surface of the food. Next, we slice the onion, tomatoes, radish, eggplant, and string beans. Cutting increases the surface area, which allows heat to penetrate faster during cooking. This also allows quicker release of flavor molecules and later, better diffusion into the broth. Now it's cooking time. This is where the real chemistry begins. First, I turn on the gas stove and let the pot heat up. Once the pot is hot, I add the oil. Next, I saute the onion and tomato. The onion gives a natural sweetness and fragrance. Meanwhile, the tomato adds acidity, color, and umami. Now I add the pork and stir it until it becomes lightly brown. This browning is also part of the Maillard reaction. It enhances umami and develops deeper flavors. Heat also starts protein denaturation. The pork's proteins begin to unfold and change structure, preparing the meat to become tender. Next, I pour in water and let the pork boil until tender. During simmering, collagen in the meat slowly breaks down into gelatin, making the pork soft and giving the broth a rich, smooth texture. I add salt to the soup. Salt contains sodium ions, which interact with our taste buds and help release the natural flavors of the pork and vegetables. Then I add chili. Chili contains a compound called capsaicin, which gives heat or spiciness. Simmer it for about 45 to 60 minutes. After simmering, I add the sinigang mix. This mix contains tamarind, which is rich in tartaric acid. Now I add the radish, eggplant, and okra. The radish releases mild peppery compounds when heated, which add depth to the broth. The eggplant absorbs the soup because its spongy structure allows flavors to diffuse inside. The okra releases natural polysaccharides or mucilage, which slightly thickens the broth and improves the texture. Next, I add the string beans. When heated, the cell walls of the beans soften, allowing their natural flavors and nutrients to diffuse into the broth. This also helps the beans cook evenly while keeping their bright green color, as the mild acidity of the soup interacts with the chlorophyll in the leaves. Next, I add fish sauce. Fish sauce contains amino acids, especially glutamic acid, which enhances the umami flavor of the soup. Lastly, I add the kangkong leaves. They cook very quickly because their cells have thin walls, so a short simmer is enough. Now our pork sinigang is ready. I've added all the vegetables, seasoning, and sinigang mix, and the soup has been simmered to bring out all the flavors. And that's it, our pork sinigang is ready to serve. Thank you for watching my general chemistry too. I hope you learned how chemistry exists in everyday cooking, especially in a dish as simple and comforting as sinigang.